live on YouTube. Happy Monday night, and welcome each and every one of you that are here. It's still going slow. We might be live, we may not be. Now we're officially live. So this is our Monday night accountability calls, and I'm so excited to be here. This actually stumbled by accident, this group, if you guys really want to be honest. We were doing a 6-week challenge, and it was for the people that were in the challenge, and we just kind of kept going after that. And I'm so glad that we do something that Cheryl said to me, sometimes you may not be able to come to all the classes. Sometimes you may not be able to come to all the meetings or to really be in the WhatsApp chat, but it really helps to know that you have that accountability. Cheryl, girl, you have a twin here. Let me tell you, her name is Aisha. When it comes to like doing the most, all right. But before we get into that, today's topic, I did a poll in our WhatsApp. What did you guys, actually, let me just double check. I looked like 4 hours ago, it could have changed. And if this is not what you guys voted for, sorry, I guess I should have put the vote in earlier. But I put in a vote. What did you guys want to talk about? Okay, mindset 1. Woo, woo, perfect. Mindset. Oh, look at Aisha getting up. Look, Aisha's trying to beat me in miles. She is really trying to beat me in miles. Okay, Aisha, I see you. Let's check it out. Let's see. Shara, how are you doing with miles? I'm just looking at the leaderboard here. Let's see. Okay, Mindy. Okay, Aisha. Come through. Betsy. Okay, where am I?
I still have to convert my Fitbit over because I always forget because I'm so used to my watch just dictating my life. I forget. Oh, it absolutely does. If I'm sitting too long, it lets me know.
She says, my life. I love it. Yes. So Cheryl, please do that because I'm sure
I am, because I promise you, I'm up there with you guys.
Oh, I know you are. You're the only
I try to do 10,000 every day.
And do you recall what the breakdown is? Do you remember what the breakdown is for Fitbit to miles?
Yeah, Ashley sent me the breakdown.
Yeah, I put it in the chat as well. Do you recall what it is? Do you remember?
No, I'd have to look for it.
It's okay.
I'm not gonna even try to make it up. I'm not gonna try to make it up. I have to actually look for it. But I know my miles are up there because my steps are up there.
I feel like Chris is Googling it right now. How many Fitbit steps does it take for 1 mile?
Yeah. I know 10,000 steps is about 3 miles. I want to think that's what they said. 10,000 is about 3 miles.
I bet you that's my mom. Oh, that's my Aunt Sharon with the noise. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Aunt Sharon.
Help you. That'll help. He knows how to do it.
You know that I'm still on this like morning tip. All right, crew. So we are jumping right into today's topic, unless Chris has an answer. What we were discussing were the miles for the month so far, and each month we have a commitment of 30, and Aisha and Mindy was on vacation. Not to say that's an excuse. Give Mindy a text, by the way. Somebody said you're one of the 4 miles. That's my mother. Is
so I just looked it up. 2,000 steps make up 1 mile.
But Cheryl, don't you think? I don't think my stride's that long. So I'm gonna say 2,500. But yeah, that's what it says. 2,000 makes a mile.
Yeah, they said 10,000 steps would be almost 5 miles.
Well, that's probably about right. Okay, let's go with 2,000. Let's press Google on this.
So what you want to do if you have a Fitbit, and if you don't have a Fitbit or Apple Watch, I'm not saying you have to. I'm just going to say when you know your numbers, it makes your fitness journey so much easier. I was so excited when I first got my Fitbit years ago, and then I stopped using it, and then I used it again. I've been like on and off. But you need to know what your target heart rate is. If you were here on Saturday, you saw I put the equation in the chat. I might pull it up now, because you need to know what your heart rate is. You need to know how many steps you're going, how many calories you're burning, because you could just be wasting time, All right. So if you guys want to take notes, take notes. If you want to chime in later with your inputs, we're talking about mindset when it comes to losing fat. I don't like to say weight, but losing fat, because we all want to be nice and firm and toned, right? So here, I'm going to give 3 simple things that I like to do to help with mindset, to help with that. And the first thing I want to talk about is practice self-compassion. Losing weight is not an easy process, and it can be easy to fall into a cycle of negative self-talk and self-judgment. If you get on the scale every day, which you should not do, when you see it go up and down, you get like really negative on yourself, which you don't want to do. I did bad. I don't like using the words bad or bad food because there's no such thing as bad foods, just not so good foods. However, this can be counterproductive and may actually make it harder for you to stick to your weight loss goals. Instead, try to practice self-compassion by being kind to yourself and accepting that setbacks are a normal part of the process, which means you can lose 5 pounds and then you stay at that loss of 5 pounds for like a month. It's okay, because the next month you can lose 10 pounds. Super, super important. When you treat yourself with kindness and understanding, you are more likely to be motivated and to keep going. Chris had us do an exercise a few months ago. And Chris, please help me out, because Lord knows I can't remember. It was something about talking over your food or being positive about your, I'm going to spotlight you in here. What was that thing about, Chris? Because I don't remember.
Okay, it was actually from my gratitude. It was an exercise in my gratitude. So while we're talking about mindset, what my tips were kind of flowing with yours. But just sprinkle your food, have your little pretend salt shaker. Look at your food. It's
You
just
didn't say that last time, Chris. You're really making this over the top.
no, I'm
Okay.
not. Okay, well, this is how it goes this time.
Sprinkle some positivity on the food. I'm gonna.
So this is all about what you were saying, though. Be mindful of what you eat. So if you take the time to take your imaginary salt shaker with your magic dust and sprinkle your food with it and consider all those elements on your plate as to be nutritious and something that is going to help your body, and look at it. So it's about being mindful, about looking at it. What are you going to eat? Look at it, no matter what it is. It could be Peeps, and my win is I did not eat any Easter candy, but look at it, be mindful, and put yourself in a positive attitude when you eat. If you eat in the car and you're stressed out and you're driving down the road, or if you're in a hurry to eat from one appointment to another, please try to get out of that mode. You want to be in the most calm mindset you can when you're eating. Second tip is when you take that first bite, all your bites, savor it, taste it. What are the flavors? Roll them around in your mouth. Think about the flavors and take your time while you eat. Don't just shovel it in and just move on because it just feels like a lump in your stomach.
Chris, I have a quick question for you. So, ever since I met you and some of the other keto people, I started doing the intermittent fasting. And when I first started, I was always doing 12 hours. That was just like normal for me. And then I remember when I stretched it to 16, I felt like I was dying. So then I brought it back to 14. So in my mind, I want to do that 16 so I can go without eating, but I'm so hungry. So my question is, look at her face. She's like, no, should I? Because I can stretch it to eat till like 11 or 12, but I'm up at 4 o'clock. Should I stretch it really, really long and then I'm hungry, or?
So let's look at it this way. So she's up at 4 o'clock. Okay. She doesn't need a 16-hour window unless you want to stop eating like at 2 o'clock. I don't know what the time is, but stop eating like way before. I don't really pay much attention to that big number. Okay. I pay attention to the number that's between each of your meals and make sure it's 4 hours. So you time it out. Tina, you're up early. You're teaching exercises classes. You're talking, you're bouncing around. You're doing this. You're going to need food before that 16 hours is up. You just need it, so have it, but then wait 4 hours before you have it again.
Gotcha. Okay. And then another thing, good to see your face, Aisha. Thank you for showing your face, Aisha and Ashley. Again, I just want to repeat. Learn from my experiences, because I wish someone would have told me about 50. No one gave me a warning. I'm warning you guys. But do what's best for your body. Monica, Richie, whatever, she was talking today. And you know how I was talking about my red meat. And she's like, oh, I'm a meat eater. I love meat. I'm negative. Oh, and I was just thinking like, I guess she got the memo. And I have the book, eat for your blood type, but do you think I opened it and read it? No. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to my number 2. Number 1 was have self-compassion for yourself. Number 2, focus on the progress, not perfection. It's kind of like when they say success is a journey. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm thinking of Steve Harvey. When he first got his big break at the Apollo, he was just thinking of the next thing, the next thing. I'm sure when he first began, he didn't think he would have all the success that he's had. So think of the journey and make it fun and the people that you can bring with you. Many people get hung up on the idea of perfection when it comes to losing weight. I want to look like this, I want to look like that. They're so unrealistic with their expectations for themselves and then become discouraged when they don't meet them. Instead, focus on your progress, what's best for you. Celebrate your small victories. And along the way, it's just going to be success. And just really quick, I just want to share how great you guys are going to love this, especially people like Aisha and Cheryl's already there. I'm not even going to mention her, but Crystal. Like when you finally get to that point where you've transformed, it's going to be life-changing. Like I told you, maybe you don't even know my story. I was over 200 pounds, and in my closet, I didn't even do like the larges. The smallest I ever was as a kid, you know, when you have kid sizes, it's like, I don't even remember, it's like 11, 12. I never saw a 5'6". I never saw a 7'8". 9, 10 was the smallest I ever was, and then it went all the way up. So in my closet, I had all these big clothes, 14, about to hit the 16s. And I remember one day my mom was like, Mom, you got to go shopping. Your clothes look crazy. You look horrible. So we went to a store. I think it was this Express. Their clothes run a little big, just saying. And, and I go there and the woman says to me, what size are you? I said, well, the last time I tried on clothes, it was 11, 12. And she looks at me and she's like, let's try a 7, 8. And I was like, yeah, right. And my daughter said 5, 6. And I was like, maybe it was a 5. I was like, why not do 5, 6? Because I knew I would never fit into a 5, 6. Let me tell you, I fit into a 5, 6. There was no fat rumpling over the sides. And the scale was not very, very low. It's just I was toned. It was the muscle. That's why I say lifting the weights. When I did my first transformation photo shoot, I never imagined that when I first did it. Now I look at it, I'm like, wow. So think of the journey as you're going. Aisha takes pictures every single day. I love it. She can do, you know, those things. It's like the books and they put little pictures like, and then you can see the transformation. You can do that, Aisha, and see your body like changing. So definitely have the compassion was tip number 1. Tip number 2, focus on the progress. And number 3, shifting your mindset from dieting to lifestyle. Whenever I think of diet, I think of the first 3 words, which is diet. It's a lifestyle, something you're going to do for the rest of your life. The word diet can have negative connotations. It can feel restrictive and temporary, like I got to do this, I got to do that. Instead, think about your weight loss journey as lifestyle changes. I'm sure for the rest of Aisha's life, she will be doing a 24-hour fast on Sunday. Woman I was talking with this morning, Aisha, she said she does a 32 or 36-hour fast every Sunday. Every week she does it. There's people who do OMAD. You have to find what works for your system. Something that Cheryl did when she started every Tuesday and Thursday. At first, she thought I was crazy. She did liquids all day because she said, you know, she might like mess up on the weekends, but when Tuesday, Thursday came, boom. So do what works for you, not me, not anyone else. This means making sustainable changes to your habits and behaviors. Now, habit changing is super, super important. And you have to do stuff that you enjoy. I've had a lot of clients. I came up with this new program. I sent it out to my clients with meal plans because I can't tell you how many meal plans I've made for my clients. They're like, I need a meal plan. I need a meal plan. I make it and then they don't even use it. I'm like, did you use it? No, I didn't want to eat that. I bought something else. So, you know, like Chris says, have all your foods or all your proteins, all your good carbs, all your, you know, and make your meals, making sure it has those things. And it's what you have created for yourself, your taste bud. Aisha gets excited over like carrots and celery and broccoli. Like she really gets off on that. But you have to do what's best for you. So changing your mindset to lifestyle is super important. Things that are sustainable. When you approach weight loss as a lifestyle cycle, it becomes less of a chore and more positive, empowering choices. And then it just makes sure the people that are around you. So when it comes to mindset, I'm going a little deeper because yes, you can journal. I remember we talked about that. Yes, you can do yoga and mind and meditation, But for me, I just have to go a little bit different and just kind of shift how I think for me, because for me, I know, I mean, those Fruity Pebbles were good 2 weeks ago. I can't lie, guys. But I could feel, I legit, Cheryl, my doctor said that I could have a cereal for my blood to help me out. I said, Fruity Pebbles? Oh, girl. The box said 9 servings. It was 3 servings for me. I was like, sucking it up, even though I knew it was bad, but hey, I hadn't had it in like years. But you have to do what's best for your body when it comes to mindset and just shifting. And it's okay if you fall off the track every now and again, but you're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm throwing the microphone over to you, Chris, so you can give your tips, ideas, suggestions in regards to mindset, mind shifting when it comes to losing fat or losing weight for some people who want that.
Well, I'll go back to the scale, okay? The scale it's just not your friend, even though we get afraid that our weight's gonna get away from us if we don't get on the scale. That's people's number one fear. Like, if I don't weigh myself, then all of a sudden I'm gonna start gaining weight. I guarantee you, if you don't weigh yourself, all of a sudden you're gonna start losing weight. So don't weigh yourself. If you wanna go crazy and weigh yourself, this is how bad weighing yourself is. Weigh yourself every hour of the day and see how it fluctuates. Take one day, weigh yourself every single hour and see how it fluctuates, because it's just not a good, it's one moment in time, and it's how much water's sitting over here and how much poop sitting down there. Come on, go by how your clothes are fitting, okay? Go by how your clothes are fitting, not your yoga pants.
You can tell them yoga pants. You
can. But get a pair of jeans, okay? Just get one piece of clothing. I think Cheryl did this with a shirt she had. Get one piece of clothing that you really want to fit into. Try it on. You can try it on every couple days, okay? But don't try it on every day. But keep trying it on. And get happy about what you look like in it, and visualize yourself in looking like exactly like you want to in it. Put that vision in your head when you put it on. And one day when you put it on, you're going to look like that.
I love that. I love that right there. All righty, crew. So we're going to transition over to our highlights of the week, unless someone else wants to add their ideas or things that may have worked for them in regards to mindset or mind shifting. If so, unmic and please share.
Hey, I want to go back to the very beginning where Chris was talking about your food. So what I typically do when I eat, I always take a bite and I always go,
Oh my gosh, I'm never eating with you. I'm telling you now.
I don't do it loud though. I like do it in my mind, but I always make a noise when I eat. And like, my husband, he's like, why do you do that? Why do you do that? And I was like, because I am tasting every piece of seasoning in this food because I bought it. I want to enjoy it. And my body says yes. So that's one thing. Another thing, as far as changing your mindset and then get into your fitness, one thing as I always say is put a picture of your family member on your phone or on your watch or whatever in your car and say, I am living because of that. And again, my name is Ashley, not you.
Yay. Thank you, Ashley. Love that. I'd love to. Go ahead. You were saying something?
This is Crystal. It's one thing that I've been saying to myself every morning.
You gotta see your face, girlfriend.
I'm driving. I'm driving, chick. Stop playing with me. I'm driving. So I'm driving, chick. Leave me alone. But every morning, this whole journey for me was a commitment to me. So every morning, when I get up, I go, I am committed to me being the best version of me. And my commitment to my exercise is important to that journey. And then when if I say it out loud to myself every morning, the mornings that I kind of drag and don't want to get up, I find myself moving towards, I find myself getting up and getting dressed anyway, even if I'm a few minutes late. It's like, but I have to remind myself, this is a commitment to me for the best version of me. And by me just repeating that every morning, I'm committed to my exercise because it's my commitment to me to become the best version and the healthiest version of me. And I say that as I'm getting ready to go downstairs to work out, and I'm there. There are a couple of days like when we came back from the trip that I was so exhausted I couldn't do it. But it's like even then I still did something even though I wasn't necessarily online with you guys. So finding some mantra or something to say to yourself to remind you of your commitment to you, or whatever you have to say to yourself. Because like I said, sometimes it's the best, most intelligent conversations we may have sometimes is with ourselves. So
Now, Crystal, I have a quick question for you. I know in the beginning of the year, you picked a song, Unstoppable. Did you have
Right.
any affirmations like I'm amazing, I'm strong that you picked as well?
I do have some affirmation, but I make sure I say that phrase I just said to myself when I wake up. And when I wake up, while I'm saying my prayers, after I say my prayers, I'll say this to me to make sure that I get out of bed. Because one of the things that I find that I am sometimes more committed to everybody else and everything else. Like I just spent 5 hours outside in the sun for some of my clients have a photo shoot. I mean, I'll be committed to do everything for everybody else, but this is my commitment to me. So by me saying that, that's me constantly reminding me why I'm doing this. And so I say that to me, but I have a grateful journal where I write at the end of the day things I'm grateful for. But it's like, and I have a book that I write in when I call my Conversations with God. But it's just like that little phrase I say to myself every morning. So when I start thinking I'm not going to get out of the bed, I remind myself why I'm doing it. And then I find myself downstairs before I know it. Now, tomorrow morning, I have to work out by myself because I have to leave at 6:45 in the morning.
Well, we
To
can
be in
do
the office.
5:30 or 5. We can do it early. I'll hit you up on the side channel.
Oh, you and I on Wednesdays. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you want, we can switch. We'll talk offline.
We'll talk offline. But yeah, I know I will be committed to everybody else, everything else, and I will fall by the wayside.
Lovely. Thank you so much for sharing that, Crystal. And Crystal, you made me think of something, an exercise I want us to do right now. Because we all actually know things we have to do for our mindset, but what are we actually doing? I don't even see it. Where is it? See, it proves I'm not even using it. My journal book. Okay. There are so many things to do. And right now, I want all of us to recommit to just one thing. Maybe you're doing it already. If you're already doing it, great. Add one more. And what am I talking about? Some type of routine for your life, not just fitness, but your health and wellness journey. Because once you have something, it's easy. Like when she said journal, I'm like, yeah, journaling is good. Oh yeah, affirmations are good. There was one point I would do my affirmations 5 times a day. I would have alarms set in my phone. I had like 5 different affirmations and I'd say them over and over again because I tend to just overload on things and then like I forgot about affirmation. I mean, I do say them pretty much every day, gratitude. So right now, if everyone can either write in the chat or on mic and share one thing that you do currently. And if you already currently do something, that's great. Add something else on. For me, I'm going to say I'm currently always going to a state of gratitude because every single class, that's how I begin. So I naturally do that. I'm taking myself to a state of gratitude because if you have an attitude of gratitude, you're more at peace. So for me, that's the one thing I'm currently doing. And something you know what? I started reading the Bible. Okay, I've been off for like 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, days, 3 or 4 days. My daughter made a bet with me. She wanted me to read the book of John, but reading the Bible, that's what I want to get for my second one. Anyone want to unmic and share one thing they're currently doing? If you're not doing something, what would that be? Chris, you want to go first?
I'm currently doing the gratitude. I'm with a gratitude group every morning, and it's just been life-changing and experiencing a community to do it with. What I have gotten away from is scheduling in like I've been walking, but I don't have a set schedule for my walks. So I need to get it back on my schedule. And now that the weather's nicer again, because when the weather was just so gross that you hit it willy-nilly. So I'm going to schedule in each day. It could be a different time each day, but I'm going to actually put it on the schedule where my walk is.
I love it. I love it. Who wants to go next?
This is Crystal. I have my, well, I do my prayers every morning, but one of the things I did was I added in, when I'm saying my prayers, it just seems like they go together, stretching and prayers with some like soft music or something, just seem like it kind of goes together. So while I'm doing my morning wake up, then when I'm waking myself up to get ready to come downstairs, I'll say my prayers while I'm stretching. But then also, like Chris was talking about the walking, I've been hit or miss with this some days just because it's been a little bit challenging, but I'm working past that. So I try to get, my goal was to commit to every day to do the mile and then get up to a mile and a half. So that's the one I'm going to add back in, is getting that mile and a half in every day and really make it a commitment versus letting it be hit or miss.
I love it. And I'm Renee's in another meeting for me. She's being me because I wanted to be here with you guys. So I guess I'm gonna have to be Renee and take these notes here and type stuff out. Okay, so Crystal said praying and stretching, right? Is that correct, Crystal?
Yeah, praying and stretching, but I want to commit to my I'm making a commitment to really do the 1 mile that I've been hit or miss
Love
with.
it. Love it. Type it in the chat once you're able to. Who's next? Chris, what did you say? You said you're in meditation, gratitude group now and walking?
I'm in gratitude group now every morning, but I'm going to commit to scheduling my walk and making sure it's incorporated in every day.
Okay, even though you schedule it, are you going to actually do it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Who's next? Who's next?
I got one. Before I even get out the bed, I say thank you, Lord, for waking me up. I say thank you for having me on this earth. I pray, and then before I even come to class, I go in my ward/prayer room and I read off my 7 steps of life and say thank you again, and then come to class. That's what I do.
Love it. What's something you can add to your routine since you're already doing that? We want to push ourselves to be a little more uncomfortable.
Oh, I need to wake up a little bit more earlier because when I do come to class, I forget to warm up. So I need to warm up a little bit before I come.
Gotcha. 2 things I want to say about that. Kim, she teaches on Wednesdays when she's able to. I remember she'd say, oh, I come a half an hour early. I'm like, girl, why would you do that? Legit, it's like a computer, right? I used to wake up 10 minutes before class, maybe 5 sometimes. Now I have to do like an hour. There's a book, forgot what it's called. Do you know what it is, Chris? And she has you wake up an hour earlier and you put the book on the other side of the room. Game changer. Who's up next? Wanna go, Crystal? Cheryl?
I'm always grateful. I wake up grateful, and I'm definitely like you, Chris. I stopped walking as much because of the weather. Now that the weather is starting to get back, I'm definitely committing to doing more walks. Definitely committing for more walks again. I miss my walks. I don't walk as much.
And what are you going to add to that? Oh, so you're adding the walking, and what are you currently doing?
My normal gratitude.
Gratitude. I wrote that down. See, this is why.
Yeah.
Can I say you just have such a calming spirit? When you talk, you just calm me down. It's like, just calm down, girl. I need to talk to you every week because you just like, oh, it's like, no mejor Mexico. Cheryl is talking now. So we're gonna come at ease. Anyway, who's next? Dale, talk to us. What we're talking about now, or Mommy, or Aisha, or Danya. What you currently do that's easy for you, or Mindy, in regards to your health and wellness journey, and what can you add to it? Let's go. On mic, say your name and go. Hey, Mindy.
Hey, this is Mindy.
Hey, girl. Hey.
And for quite a while, I've been doing committing to one workout at least a day, and so what I'm going to do to step it up is lately I've been getting 2 workouts a day in, and it's been working out. It's been doable. And so I'm going to commit to 3. And so here's how it's going to work. I'm going to put a mile in, and then
3 a
I'm going to
day?
wake up and do a mile, 3 a day. So here's how this is how it's going to work. I'm going to wake up first thing and do a mile on the treadmill, because in the winter and with the weather, I agree with what everyone has said, and for safety. And in the I wake up at like 3:34 in the morning, and it's too dark. It doesn't even matter what the weather is. It's too dark because of being a woman. I'm not going out that early. And so I'm just going to jump on the treadmill and do 20. I just take my time, that early in the morning. It takes me a long time to get a mile in. It's like 20 minutes because I just walk it.
Right.
So I'm going to do a mile in like 20 minutes, and then I'm going to do a workout. So a mile and a workout, that's 2, right? I'm going to count it as 2. And then by that time, it's like 5:15. And then that's the first 2. And then after work, then I'm going to get the second one in. And it's usually I like to go walk by the water. And I used to just get a mile in, but tonight I got 2 miles in. So now today I have my 3 miles in.
By the way,
So that's how I get
shout
fit.
out. We gave you a big shout out in the beginning. I don't think you were here. You were leading on the leaderboard with 43 miles. I don't even see my name.
Yay!
So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Very, very. Now,
Because you
Mindy,
can't-
go ahead.
You can't, when you try to chunk it all at one time, that's not how you get it. You got to do it like in little,
Yes.
like in the morning a little bit, after work a little bit, and then like later a little bit. So
Now,
that's how I'm getting
Mindy,
it done.
with doing
So,
all these extra workouts, there's 2 types of people in the world. There's some people that say, you know what, I'm working out, I can eat anything I want. And then you have those people that say, I'm working out, I'm gonna eat clean. Tell me what type of person you are.
I'm working out, and I'm not going to feel guilty if when I'm on vacation, we
That's
stop
not the
at, like,
question, that's not the question. We're not talking about vacation, we're talking about life.
Oh, okay. So life, I'm eating healthy.
Okay, that's
I'm
all we need to know. It's
but-
just the mindset thing, because if you're like, you know what, I'm working out, so I'm gonna eat anything. I have people like that. I'm eating hog
Oh,
mac
no.
and cheese and.
No, I'm not just eating anything.
Thank you,
right?
Mindy.
I'll interject on that phrase because there is no way to exercise your way out of a bad diet. You're only burning about 10 calories a minute when you exercise, no matter what. So, think about what you're eating, because there's no way you can work it out off. Okay. The reason workout helps is because you're building muscles, and that allows you to eat more. So the more muscles you have, the more you get to eat. So think of it that way.
Yes, and that's why we want to lift weights. With that being said, if you have not upped your weights in the past few weeks or months, well, let's just say year, because we're in our 3rd quarter, right? Up those weights, because that's what's going to make the change in your body, but of course, being safe. All right, that was Mindy. Aisha, looks like she's all in about. What are you currently doing? And what are you gonna, this is the one I was telling you about, Cheryl. She started our.
This is the one I was telling you about. It's funny.
This one, Cheryl, she has us doing, I forgot. I just got to be honest. It was supposed to be a 24-hour fast yesterday. On Sundays, we do a 24-hour fast. And she did 72 hours last week, because once a month. But anyway, Aisha, talk.
Once a quarter. I'm not doing that every month. I'm not doing that 72 hours. No. I will not. No. What am I doing? I'm getting my gallon of water in. But 33 ounces I want to drink before I leave my house. I used to do that, and then I kind of fell off. I need to get back on that. And then I stopped doing yoga because I was doing like this 30-day challenge with some of my girlfriends, and then we would take pictures and check in, but then it ended. So it's going to be up to me to find another one, because that stretching helps so much, like with my lower back and just everything. And it's been almost like a week and a half, and we have not been doing it because the challenge ended. And I'm like, oh no, we can't. I gotta find another challenge and start doing yoga again every day. So that's what I need.
I love it. And 7 o'clock is too early for you, right? 6:54, yeah, too early for you. You're muted, I can't hear you.
I was gonna say, yeah, I like my sleep. I still wake up early. I do wake up at like 4:44 my time, but I'm on the West Coast. So yeah,
I'm not
no.
even gonna write down what you're currently doing, because I already know you're doing the most. You're just like,
I am. I need my sleep. And I don't think if I got up to do anything, I don't think, like Mindy was saying, I would be super slow. I'm just to go at about 5:30.
Yes, and that's another thing, ladies, sleeping 7 hours. And I hear people say, well, I can't sleep those hours. Well, work towards it, because if you're not giving your body enough rest, and I was thinking this the other day, we didn't work out yesterday. Cheryl, we were going 7 days a week. On Sundays, we were doing like body by, I don't know, we were doing videos on Sundays religiously, but she took off for Easter. But you do need those rest days, whether the rest day is stretching or yoga, so important. But we got to get our sleep too. So important. Danya, you want to talk next, sweetheart? What are you currently doing that's working for you, that's super simple? And what can you add to it? You're muted. Now you go.
It's kind of hard to say because I feel like nothing's working for me right now. And
I'm gonna disagree with you. You're doing that first thing I mentioned when I said having compassion for yourself, because you showed up today and you're showing up weekly. So if you weren't here, then you would be doing nothing. So give yourself a little bit of credit.
well, I mean, I think I'm doing too much at the moment because I'm like on the verge of burnout.
Really? Talk to me about that.
I don't know, just my brain is being pulled in like a million different directions all the time. And
Okay. So let's focus on one thing. And that's what I was saying in the very beginning of this conversation. There's so many things that we want to do, and sometimes we end up doing nothing or getting paralyzed. So I see you have your water. Are you consistently drinking half your body weight in water?
not like I want to. And in fact, it's gone down, which is really disappointing.
Okay. What about sleep? Are you getting 7 hours of sleep?
Yeah, sleep is probably the one area that I'm actually doing okay in. But the thing is that throughout the day, I'm still exhausted. So I don't know really what's
What are
going
those ketones? It'll work for you. Order. Let me tell you, I gave my daughter some, and she's like, and she didn't take them, her boyfriend took them, and she's like, give me some more, Mom. The ketones. So yes, so what's working for you is your sleep, which is good. And I just want to encourage you to not be so hard on yourself, because you did come to class today. She took Miss Hattie's class. Did you do the video after class that I sent you?
I did.
Yeah.
I will admit that it was a little bit half-assed, but I did do it.
Hey, as long as you get it done, do whatever it takes. And let me tell you, Danya, you may possibly feeling like you're not doing enough because you're listening to what everyone else is doing. I can guarantee you, don't compare yourself to anyone else. Well, this person is doing that. Well, this person, as you see my mother there, right? You can't compare yourself to anyone else. Your journey is so much different than everyone else's. And like I said, you have all sorts of things going on with your body. So you're doing great, girlfriend. You're doing great. Just stay here. Just stay. Hold on like a roller coaster ride or to a bull. Just don't
I'm
let
doing my best.
go. All right. So I have you down for 7 hours of sleep that you're currently doing. What's one thing you want to choose in this fitness journey of life that you're going to commit to for this week? Just one thing.
Well, this morning I asked my sister to go to the gym with me twice this week to make sure that I go.
Okay.
She doesn't like getting up early, but I begged.
Well, you worked
she's
out
gonna
one
do that
day.
with me.
Okay, you worked out one day this week already. And I think we said 3 days a week, right? That's what we committed to?
Four.
Okay, well, let's drop it down to 3. I don't want you feeling over, so 3. You already did 1. Woo-de-woo. You got 2 more. You have your personal training client, whatever day. It's in my phone, wherever, I don't know. And then
Yeah,
your
Wednesday.
sister. So 3 workouts this week. Can you handle that?
Yeah.
Everyone hear her? She's committing to 3 workouts for the week. She's on the West Coast, so she's got that early morning time. All right, girlfriend. I see you shaking your head, mommy. What are you currently doing? Go ahead, Chris.
I just want to ask Danya, she kind of said like her mind's being pulled in a million different directions. So this is not all just about fitness, right? You've just got a lot of projects going on.
Yeah. So I do casework, and at the beginning and the end of the month, all of a sudden people remember that they need their rent paid, and now everybody's like, and it needs to be done now. And I'm like, I want to say it'll get done when it'll get done, and that's kind of on you for waiting to the last minute, but I'm not going to be that person. So I just try and say I'll have it done when I can. Between that and school and house sitting and like making sure I am wherever I need to be and all that.
So give yourself grace, like Tina was saying, and write down all the things you have done. How many cases did you solve? How many dogs did you walk or house sit? What did you accomplish today? Because you're like, I can't get to the workout. I can't get to the workout is stressing you out about the workout. So when you do get to the workout, it's not a like, oh, I really want to do this workout. So just be mindful of all the stuff you are accomplishing and give yourself grace that way, because you're obviously rocking something. Okay. So just be mindful of all the stuff you're doing. I just wanted to pour that into you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Chris. Has anyone here ever been to, I don't know if there's certain types of countries, but outside of America? I know that Mindy's been to Costa Rica. Of course, you've been to Honduras. If you've been to other countries, you'll notice they're not so high paced doing the most. And my daughter, I love talking to her so much. She said something to me the other day. When we went to Costa Rica, they made beet coffee, like literally got them off the tree. Like we saw them take them off the tree, put them like shake them, grind them. Like we did the whole process of the whole coffee. And that was it. They did one thing for the day and they were successful. They were happy. They were living their lives. But no, in America, we got to do a podcast. We got to post on Facebook, internet. We got to do this. We got to do that. And then you got your husband, then you got your kids. It's like crazy, right? So let's just pretend we're in another country, do one thing, focus on it, and give yourself a little grace. I just wanted to share that. Anyone agree with me? Disagree? Yes, no?
In Barcelona and in Greece, they actually at noonday, they actually shut down the city. Everything in Barcelona shuts down for an hour. And so literally at the middle of the day, everything comes to a still. People stop working, they take a break. And then everything, then it's like they kind of like everything comes to stop and then it winds right back up in an hour. And then when that hour's over, so it's like kind of cool to go to Barcelona and see where we're used to running around all day, where they're like, oh, well, it's this time we're going to shut down and everybody's stopping and they're either having coffee or sitting outside or doing something that's not work type of thing. And then they start back up again. And to them, that's normal. To us, that looks crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to add that one to my plate, Crystal, because I actually was asked that question today about working less and, having a better life. And I'm just like, no, work is fun for me. And it is fun. But Chris, you don't laugh at me, girl. I realize I'm up at 4 at like 11. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's like 8 hours of work already. And I'm wondering why at like 11 o'clock, I'm like hungry. Like I've worked 8. My daughter will call me because she's in California. And like, one morning she called me because she couldn't sleep. Crystal knows because she was there. And she's like, you've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning, Mom, her time. So I have to be a little bit mindful with that and having grace. So thank you for that, Crystal. So 12 o'clock, I'm just going to walk away from it all.
Okay, Crystal, thank you for that, because that's what I just told her earlier, but it finally clicked.
Okay, as long as I'm responsible for clicking, that's all that matters.
I can blame my mother. She didn't beat me enough as a child. My father made me get the whip, but I've always been stubborn and hard-headed. We can just blame Miss Hattie for not beating me enough. All right, Dale, talk to me, Dale. What's something you're currently doing that's working and something you can do to push better? And I just want to give Dale some big kudos. As you guys know, she's been with us since December. She's doing business coaching. She started her business in January. She is thriving. She's doing another masterclass on emotional intelligence, and it's a game changer. If you did not go to the first one, I definitely want to invite you to this, even if you went to the first one, because she's doing different stuff in this one. I told her she can't do the same stuff. And if you can get free advice, I'm on YouTube University. It's like literally, guys, every day, at least 3 hours a day, I'm studying for different things. I'm gonna shut up. Dale, what are you currently doing? That's
100%. I'm gonna add to the not working like half. When I went to Honduras at lunchtime, we went to the bank, my sister and I, and they're like, no, come back after 2. I was like, what? It's the bank. The bank is open now. And they straight up closed the door, closed until for 1 hour, 2 hours. So yeah, I completely agree. That's the way it is.
Pause for a quick second. I just want to say for all of us, and if you have not read this book, if you're into reading, you know, Mindy has our book club. She's on the Michelle Obama book, but this book here, Set Boundaries, Find Peace. People may think you're being selfish, you're being mean, but you have to set up the boundaries. Like after 8 o'clock, I don't really answer my phone. That's why these nighttime calls are so tough for me. So set up your boundaries. Go ahead, Dale.
I agree. I like that. I need to see the name of that book because I'm adding books to my collection now. So what was I saying? So what I'm doing is brain dump. I have to do a brain dump a couple of times a week. I do it early in the morning. Sometimes I went to bed, even though I do my meditation at night before, like I sleep to like music, you know, like sounds and stuff, or I sleep to IM messages and I go on sleep to that. And when I wake up in the morning, sometimes what I still have on my brain the night before, I'm marinating over. So I get up and I just write and write for a couple of minutes. And then I'm set. And then I go and do my prayer and devotion and all that stuff. So I do brain dump. That helps me a lot because once you write it down, experts say it's out of your head. And in reality, it clears your mind. It clears your thoughts. And now you're able to move on to the next thing because your brain needs something to do with that information. Otherwise, it's going around in circles and circles. I do that. And then I also, I write down my goals. Husband, when I walked in the door from work right now, husband showed me and I can send you guys a picture in the chat. Husband showed me we have this book where you write all of the stuff that we want. And he showed me where I put on the book on 4/8 of last year. I want that lake house in Interlaken, Florida. And I'm living in that lake house right now, you guys. I was like 4/8, so that would have been like Saturday, 2 days ago. And I was like, oh my God, what is that? And that is amazing. Write down what you want, what you desire, and if you believe in it, work towards it, and it will come to pass. And I used to every single day, I was like, I want it. And I don't care what obstacles, because we kept on hitting walls like last year. And I said, I don't care what they say today. It's going to work. It's going to work. And I wrote it down and I walked out. And I remember when I wrote that note, when he showed it to me, because I had a frustration the night before where they say that they were giving us issue about the house. And I said, I don't care what they say. I want that lake house. So when I came back from work, I wrote that down, and that's set it and forget it. And that's what I did. And I'm living in that lake house right now, you guys. It's 3-4 bedroom. It's only me and my husband. And I'm in the boondocks. I'm in the boondocks.
Dale, were you scared when you were in that process? Because I feel sometimes people, they had these big goals and dreams. Did you do it scared or just?
Yeah, because then the question is, what are we going to do with that house when we get it? No, I don't care about all that. I want to get the lake house because it's a family inheritance. We need to build our family, right? And that was my first step in doing that. So heck yeah, I did it scared. None of my family owned any house or bought any house. So I am the first. So yes, heck yes, all the way. So I'm really proud of that.
Love it, love it, love it. With that being said, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, Tina does the most. She just does the most. This weekend, Saturday, we're having our Q2 Vision Board recap event. If you have not signed up for it, please do it. Some of us will be in Dallas. I know Mindy, Dale. That's it from this chat. BWC Breakfast with Champions. I'm one of the hosts there. They're having an event in Dallas. Dale, are you getting a cowboy hat? Did you see in the chat where we've got these matching glitter jackets?
I have a beach hat.
You gotta get a cowboy hat. But my point is, if you don't have it already, it comes with the ebook. It also comes with a video. But like she said, these vision boards, they actually work if you work them. And I think I'm gonna have to have Renee watch this and take notes, because this whole video was like an ebook. It's just such stuff you guys are saying.
Do I have to bring anything for the vision board thing?
No, I'm gonna send an email already, because you're leaving
Okay.
everything at home. It's gonna be more talking. You can bring a notebook.
Oh, that's for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes.
this was good, you guys. It's good to hear what everybody's working towards. What I do want to add to mine is that I said I want
More? No, I'm joking.
get up every day at 4, but I'm gonna go and say I'm gonna try 15 minutes.
Try.
I'm gonna do 15 minutes. I'm gonna start with 15 minutes.
And another thing you can do as well is 1 minute. Each day, get up 1 minute earlier, and in 60 days, bing, it's gonna feel like nothing.
I can't say that's not small. I can't say it.
1 minute, just 1 minute. That's all. All righty, Mother Hattie, you're up. What are you currently doing that's working? And what do you want to add to that? See, I'll bring your face back to the camera, girl.
What am I doing that's working? Okay, I'm getting up every morning. I'm thankful that I'm able to get up. I realized I have to stretch more, because last week when I went and got my massage, I had Billy stretch my legs, and I'm like, you could go harder. And he pushed and pushed, and it did something to my legs, because now they want to stretch even more. And it's that kind of stretching where I have to go in those weird positions to get it. So I'm just keeping it up, because I'm finding the more I'm stretching, my legs feel better. They don't feel tight.
Love it. So is that what you're currently doing, or is that what you're going to add to your stuff?
That is what I am currently doing. My walking has either been going on, well, not running, walking at the mall or Sam's Club or Walmart, because it's still too cold here and it's raining.
So is it going to be cold there? I mean, we're coming there this weekend. Is it going to be cold there? Like, I didn't plan on wearing a coat. I don't even have a coat.
I think I checked the weather and it was like 50 at night and then 60, 70 during the day.
That's crazy. I love it. Okay.
It's cold to me.
I love it. I love it. Well, Mommy, I'm super, super proud of you. I'm going to get everyone. Did I miss anyone? Because I know some people came in here late. If I missed anyone, please unmic. Let me tell you, I'm loving, loving, loving all the shenanigans. I'm loving all of I'm trying to make everyone, trying to make myself, bring everyone here so we can take a photo. Loving our Monday night meetings. Sunday, where is it? So come on, be nice to me. All right, I'm taking a photo. You may only see me, but I see everybody. Happy face, smiley face, whatever you want. Photo in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Mother's Day. So Mother's Day is next month. And I want to do something special for everyone. I know, Cheryl, is this your first one? You're going away. Okay, lovely, lovely. I usually go to a special event on Mother's Day, but I'm not going this year. Please let me see your face really quick, because we're out of here in like 4 minutes, 3 minutes. I normally go away on Mother's Day to Trayvon Martin's mother, Sabrina Full. She has an event for mothers, but that's the same day as my Toastmasters contest, and I really want to do that. So I'm doing an event here in person and virtual. One of the speakers that spoke at her event last year is going to be speaking. So I would like to invite you if you want, Cheryl, but I want to do a collage. I believe I text everyone. Some people gave me your pictures. If you have not given me a picture of you and your kids or you and your mom, please send that to me. I don't know what I'm making, but it's going to be something super cute for Mother's Day. And also, if you did not hear, I'm also doing a Mother's Day special on all my programs. Everything's going to be cut in half. I think I told everyone through text message. So if you know anyone that you want to refer to the program, everything is half price. And I'm feeling really good. I'm missing my ding, Diatra. You know, we love her. Anything else before we get out of here, Crow?
Are we gonna do our wins for the week?
We did, as we went through.
No.
Okay, wins for the week. Go for it. Start with you, Ashley.
All right, so the win for the week is my 3D printer is fixed. It is finally
Yay! Yay!
fixed. I am
Happy for you. Happy for you. Cheryl, win for the week.
I didn't cry as much as last week.
Oh, girl, I was crying for you. I don't know what it is. I was doing something yesterday and I was thinking about you. I was like, I wish I could say it gets better, but we get stronger. And my daughter says, oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys are churchy or Christian or whatever, but she was talking. I never, don't judge me. Okay. Just don't judge me. I never truly heard in graphic detail the story of Jesus as he was killed or crucified, face Dale. And yesterday or Sunday, my pastor was sharing like how they beat him with a whip and they had glass in it and sticks and how like listening to it. And then my daughter, she was talking even more and it was just like, whoa. So I'm proud of you. Keep the tears coming. Keep the tears coming. I could talk forever. Aisha, talk to me. Your win for the week.
That 72-hour fast. That was my win for the week.
Yes. And guys, she said when she did the fast, it just really helped her with her endometriosis. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, you did it. I had it was certain days I just didn't have any pain, which is highly unlikely because I always get like some sort of inflammation from the foods I eat, no matter how clean I eat. But oh yeah, I had a couple of really, really good days. So yeah, I really like this whole fasting thing. I'm sold. But not 72 hours. That's only quarterly. That's quarterly.
I kind of forced her into it, guys. It was so funny. One night she was like, I want to eat. I said, wait till the morning or something. And she's like, I'm not going to be hungry in the morning. All right. So Chris gave us her win. What did you say yours was, Chris?
I did not eat any Easter candy.
No.
And I love Easter candy, guys.
Yay.
And they even gave out Peeps at church.
Peeps, I haven't had Peeps in years. Renee bought me some chocolate covered strawberries, but it wasn't chocolate. It was like yellow and green or whatever. Mommy, your win for the week.
My win for the week was I realized I could do it.
Do what?
I feel confident that what I'm doing is working for me and I believe it. Before I was
Yay.
like most of the times just going through the motions, but now I believe it and I feel it. So when I'm not actually running and I'm walking, I don't take it as a setback. I take it as you're not 100%, you're healing, but you're still working out. Where if I was to go running and injure myself and the game would be over.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And I also want to thank everyone for being here because you don't have to be here. We are here for each other's success, and seeing other people's faces, just at least for me anyway, when I hear you, when I see you, it makes me feel like, okay, I got a team. I got someone I can hold on to. So Danya, would you like to share your win for the week?
I washed my hair before it got really bad.
Yeah. You have those weeks, right?
Yeah, well, working from home, it's been like, I go into this mindset of who cares, who's gonna see me? Like, I ain't trying to get cute for anyone or whatever. But trying to be better with that anyway.
I love it. Mindy, what's your win for the week? And thank you for reminding me, Ashley.
I didn't gain any weight.
Well, because you were walking 4 miles a day and playing with the grandkids and doing cartwheels. Great job. Dale, what's your win for the week?
I'm patient, a lot more patient with myself.
Yes, love it. Crystal.
Well, while we were on vacation, I actually walked 10,000 steps every day we were traveling. And so that was like, wow, because my legs hurt when I got back.
Cheryl, how many miles is that again, Cheryl? She said 10,000 steps. Cheryl's 5 miles. Wow, that's a lot. So you did
5 miles.
Every day that we were out was very cool. Chris had an amazing time. And then the other part was that he got to meet his twin brothers that he knew of but never had a chance to meet. So that in itself was a major win for me.
I love that. But hold on, wait a second. You guys know I'm a little slow sometimes. So Cheryl, are you saying you do 10,000 steps a day, which is 5 miles a day, which means you do 5 miles a day? Is that what you're trying to say?
I do almost
When?
anywhere from 7, because I walk a lot. So
Okay,
even
so
if I'm
people that are watching, like myself, because when last month, was my best month ever. And I was shooting for 4 miles a day. And some days that was such a struggle. This month, I looked outside today. I haven't been outside all day. And my daughter was like, get off your butt and go. I'm just looking. I want to go out there. How do you find the time? Please share with me.
Well, in all seriousness, is okay, because I'm back in the office. I take my route in because I just refuse to take the subway. It's a lengthy walk from the express bus to my office because I take the express bus and it gets off at 23rd Street. So I hop on a train for like one stop and then I'm walking from the west side to the east side. So if anyone knows anything about New York streets, those blocks are crazy. So I'm doing, so just walking to my office every morning is literally 2 miles. Just walking to my office is 2 miles. So that's 2 miles going and coming every day. So that's 4 miles just going to and from my office. So
Okay.
that's how that happens.
Thank you for sharing that. So maybe
So I'm not gonna make it seem like I get up in the morning and I put on jogging pants and I'm out here doing something. No, this is just my daily
sometimes you
routine.
do.
No, absolutely. And on those days, that's when I go over the 10,000. Like on the days that I do the add additional walking, I go over 10. But if I'm not doing any additional walking, just going to work every day, I get anywhere between 7 to 10,000 miles.
You see why I love her? Because she's just so real. She's like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I get up in the morning, put on my workout. No, I love it. I love it. So for us that are watching and listening to Cheryl, let's think of ways of how we can work out throughout the day. Like while you use the bathroom, do 10 squats before you pee. If you're anything like me, you'll be like, when Ashley first started, she had to open some door at her job. And I said, well, do 10 squats every time or whatever. So park your car a little further because we want the changes. So we have to look at the in our face. I said, okay, I think my honey finished cooking. All right, I'm going to eat now too. See you guys tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Where is she? Crystal, I'm going to text you right now. See you later, guys.
Check, we are not working out at 5:30 if I've got to be out the door